Right, let's just dive straight into this explainer and completely demystify exactly what Australian hiring managers and those sneaky applicant tracking systems really want to see on your resume in 2026. Because honestly, whether you're a local uni student stepping into the job market for the first time or an international student hoping to land that crucial first corporate role, the rules of the game here in Australia are highly specific. And getting them wrong, well, that can literally mean your application gets binned by a computer before a human ever even lays eyes on it.
So here's our game plan for today. We'll cover Australian resume rules for 2026, nailing the top third of your document, optimizing your key skills, showcasing your experience in projects, and finally, education and that essential final polish.
Okay, kicking things off with Section 1, Australian Resume Rules for 2026.
Look, if you've been Googling resume advice lately, there's a huge chance you're reading about US norms. Do yourself a favor and just ignore them. Seriously. Down here in Australia, employers actually want the details, which means a 2 to 3 page A4-size document is the absolute gold standard. Please don't artificially cram everything onto a single page. It can actually signal to an Aussie recruiter that you lack local awareness or that you've left out some really important context. Oh, and watch your date formats. Always use day, then month, then year. Sliding into the US standard of month, day, year is just going to cause unnecessary confusion.
Now, to make sure that ATS software, those bots that automatically scan your resume, actually reads your document correctly, you need impeccably clean formatting. Keep it to standard fonts like Arial or Calibri at 10 to 12 points. You'll also want to use standard 2.5 centimeter margins so absolutely nothing gets chopped off if they decide to print it. And here's a tiny detail that catches out so many international students. You have to spell check for Australian English. Words like organize need an SE at the end, and color definitely needs that U.
And the absolute golden rule of file formats? Always, always submit as a PDF. That ensures your hard formatting work doesn't just scramble into a mess on the recruiter screen. Modern ATS platforms like Workday are super smart now. They parse clean text-based PDFs perfectly. You should really only send a Word doc if the job listing explicitly asks you to.
So here is a crucial point that trips up tons of applicants. What about a headshot? You might have this fantastic, super professional photo just ready to go, but should you actually use it?
The answer is a massive, resounding no. You absolutely must leave out a photo, your date of birth, and frankly, any other highly personal details like your marital status or religion. Australian anti-discrimination laws are strict, and employers actively discourage this stuff to ensure a fair, merit-based hiring process. Just stick purely to your professional merits and you'll be completely compliant.
Moving right along to Section 2, nailing the top third.
Let's break down your header, step by step. This is literally the only information you need at the top. And a quick pro tip, put this text directly into the main body of the document, not in the actual Microsoft Word header section, because ATS bots often just skip right over those. You just need your full name in a slightly larger font, your phone number, a sensible professional email, and just your suburb and state for privacy. No full street address needed. And you definitely want to include your LinkedIn URL, because recruiters will absolutely click it to verify your background.
Okay, right under your contact info, you need a professional summary, not an old school objective. The whole career objective statement is completely dead in 2026. Employers just don't care to read about how you are seeking a role to grow your skills. Instead, you need a 2 to 4 sentence pitch telling the employer exactly what value you bring to them right now.
Listen to this example of a summary for a recent grad. Recent marketing graduate from the University of Melbourne with hands-on experience gained through 2 industry internships. Proficient in Google Analytics, Meta Ads Manager, and Canva. Eager to contribute fresh ideas and data-driven thinking to a forward-thinking marketing team. Notice how it's written in the first person but totally drops the pronouns. It doesn't say, I am a recent graduate, it just gets straight to the point. It's punchy, data-driven, and highly relevant. Which brings us to Section 3, optimizing your key skills. Think of your skills as a 2-part strategy. Break them down into core competencies to feed the ATS the exact keywords it's hunting for, and key assets to explain those skills in a bit more narrative form for the actual human who reads it later. Those core competencies, that's just a quick bulleted list of maybe 6 to 10 highly targeted keywords pulled directly from the job description. Keeps the bots very happy.
But here is the real secret for the human side of things. While hard skills, stuff like software proficiency or languages, can just be neatly listed out, you should never, ever just list a soft skill. Typing problem solving or attention to detail is meaningless because anyone can type that. You have to prove your soft skills indirectly through your achievements. It's all about show, don't tell.
All right, let's jump into Section 4, showcasing experience and projects.
Now, if you're sitting there stressing about a lack of formal work experience to actually prove those soft skills, don't worry. Here is how we fix it. For every single bullet point under your experience, use the CAR framework: challenge, action, result. Show exactly how you added value and quantify your results with actual numbers. So instead of saying helped with social media, say something like managed a student organization budget of $7,000 and launched an Instagram campaign reaching 8,000 users. See the difference? Numbers make your achievements so much more tangible.
And hey, you can absolutely lean on your academic work if you don't have a long job history. Try listing 3 to 5 relevant university courses, and then use really strong verbs like analyzed and researched to prove you have the foundational knowledge. For instance, you could detail a principles of accounting course by explaining how you actually learned to analyze and compute depreciation to adjust year-end entries.
Take it a step further and format your academic projects exactly like a traditional job. If you coded a Java inventory program or ran a SWOT analysis for a virtual organization in your business class, list it. Outline the teamwork involved, the specific tools you used, and what you actually delivered. Hiring managers totally understand entry-level realities. They just want to see that you can take what you learned in a classroom and apply it.
Almost at the finish line. Section 5, education and final polish.
You need to treat your internships as proper work history. Whether you are a victim advocacy intern or working as a student teacher, list out your title, the organization, the exact dates, and use those CAR bullet points to detail the real-world impact you had. This proves to an employer that you're eager, you're adaptable, and you already grasp basic professional etiquette. Okay, before you even think about hitting save as a PDF, your resume has to pass one final ATS skim test. That means brutally stripping out all complex formatting. No tables, no columns, no text boxes, and definitely no graphics or charts. They look pretty, but they just confuse the software. Keep everything strictly in a single column in reverse chronological order, meaning your most recent degree or job is always at the very top. Keep it incredibly clean, organized, and straightforward. Remember, your resume is a living document. As you launch your career this year, keep in mind that the learning doesn't just suddenly stop because you left university. Whether it's mastering a brand new AI tool or refining your public speaking, continuous growth is what will truly make you an invaluable asset to any team. So I'll leave you with this. What new skill are you going to master next to make your next resume even stronger? Really think about it. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and best of luck out there.